All right, so this is the analysis. Now this is in it's actually in Confluence. So this is an Atlassian documentation thing which I used. It's perhaps not. It's okay. It's perhaps better than the Word documents that I was using previously, but it's not completely ideal. So hopefully, I'm hoping to actually create a bespoke system which will have all the functionality that we need for this for creating player experience design patterns. So I have the overview here. Now I didn't do I didn't do a full analysis of everything because really at this point in time I was focusing on the two experiences, player experiences, so the node experience and the journal experience. So let's go and have a look at the journal experience here. We have the game details up the top, we have some related documents, and then we have the description of the experience. Now you can see on the left hand side, this actually sort of allows us to link things together and have them in a hierarchical sense here as well. So let's just have a look at this. Let's actually, maybe we'll go to the notes first, because I did use, in doing the analysis, I did just use a page just to hold some notes, just to get all the information. So I took some screenshots and did some screenshots and highlighted different parts of them so I could describe them. And these are my notes as well, just about the different things, and then the item, the journal sections as well. So some more screenshots. So I did this in an unstructured way initially in the initial analysis. So being able to do your analysis initially in an unstructured way is not a bad way to approach it. It was then that I put together the rest of the documents, which we'll look at right now. So we have the description of the player experience. So the journal is a core storytelling tool in Amnesia Rebirth. It's the place where the player can refer back to text and images they've unlocked through interaction with the game world. These text and images provide clues to what is happening in the game, as well as hints to puzzles. The journal is the protagonist's sketchbook. So in the game, I can't remember her name, but she is an artist, and what we're seeing here is potentially her drawings. I don't think it's always her drawings. And text within that as well, and this is within her sketchbook. So this is where she keeps notes and drawings that she's done. So the player experience, you'll notice, okay, let's just start up here. So the story in Amnesia Rebirth is a core element of the game, and the journal along with the notes, see the note pickup, we'll look at in a minute, that are recorded in it, and the main vehicle for telling the story. So the different categories. Now I did this, you'll notice the categories here, we only have 4 categories, whereas now at the current time when I'm recording this, I think we have 6, we have an extra 2. The reason is that we've added a couple of extra in that time. First one here we have is emotional. So the emotion related to the journal experience is strongly linked to the story and the way it unfolds. Okay, so so the emotional element is more directly related to the game script, which the player accesses through the journal. Now that's kind of an interesting thing. So the main reason for the journal is to drive the story, and it's through the images and the text that we're getting at. The actual journal itself does have some particular things there, but emotionally, it's actually what we're reading within the journal that is having the biggest impact. Psychological mental state, there's not really any link there with our psychological mental state. Meaningful, this is an important one. So the journal is the key repository for information about the story, characters, and game world. The style of the journal tells the player something about the character they are playing, as well as the era the game is set in. So this is where the style of the journal, the art of the actual journal itself, is of some importance there. So it tells us something about the actual character we're playing, so that's quite important. But specifically, the main reason for a journal, probably in any game, is information about the story, characters, and the game world. So That's an important one. So the meaningful element there is important. Next one, so structural. The journal and note pickups structure the way the story is revealed throughout the game. All important story moments, as well as notes, images are recorded. Sorry, notes and images are recorded in the journal. This allows the player to go back and review material later in the game to help them make sense of what's going on. The journal is also structured with main sections, some of which have hierarchical subsections. This helps to categorize different pieces of information and find them at a later time. The journal has 5 main sections: items, reminders, notes, memories, and lists. Okay, so that is the journal experience. We'll pause again here again, and I think I'll go through all of this first, and then we'll go on to the note experience. So we'll look next at the Look next at what I've called the journal manager here.